Hi, I'm Dr. Rosie Main. I want to thank you for being here tonight. I want to first start by sharing a story, and that's my story, and why I have such a passion and just a heart to go serve. I really feel God gives us circumstances in our life to start to change people's lives. And when we grew up as children, my sisters and I had to watch my mom suffer when it came to her disease with diabetes. She got to the point where she had lost most of her eyesight, her function of her legs, and with a transplant, with kidney malfunction. And the reality, this is not supposed to happen. She died prematurely when she was in her early 50s, and the thing is that she never got to see my kids. I really hope that one person had sat her down and maybe talked to her about what to do. She was a very driven woman, and also had a spirit to go serve God. And it saddens me when people don't fulfill that potential because something steals it away. And John 10:10 says, a thief comes to lie, steal, and destroy, but I've come to give you life, and give you life in abundance. And with our purpose here in this office and with Maximize Living Essentials is to try to help you find some answers when it comes to your health. Many times, just like my mom, she was on 18 medications when she died, and she just didn't know what else to do. So our hope here today is to introduce you to the 5 essentials and start really just giving you ideas of what to do to remove those interferences that are holding you back. So with the 5 essentials, everything goes back to looking at health from the inside out. God put an amazing power in our body to heal, and that power resides within you. And so whenever you have interferences, everything from your mindset to nutrition to toxicity. So essential number 1 primarily focuses on just that, beyond nutrition, beyond exercise, even beyond the nervous system. Before anything, you have to have that mindset ready to start making changes. And the reality, that thief sometimes destroys that mindset when it comes to interferences and what holds us back, like I can't get better, or maybe you claiming your disease like my diabetes or my cancer. God wants us better. He wants us to heal, and we want to make sure we start reminding ourselves that we have the power within us to do that, and we just have to start changing. So at the center of everything we do, we focus on doing it for your bigger purpose, which hopefully is doing it for him or for your family. And you matter to others, and that's what our hope is here, is that you live that life to your potential. Essential number 2, as a chiropractor, sometimes it's misunderstood. Our whole focus with chiropractic is maximizing the potential that you have within your body through your nervous system. Your brain controls everything. So for your heart to beat, for your lungs to breathe, for you to even heal a cut, your brain has to send those messages primarily to every cell and tissue. So as a chiropractor, when we look at the nervous system, we're looking to see where there's nerve interference to your spine that is not allowing that nervous system to function at 100%. So as a chiropractor, we are trained specifically for spinal correction, start changing and removing those interferences, but also teaching you what to do to maximize your structure of your spine. So when you come here, you'll find people doing exercises specifically to do that, and so that you can empower yourself so that you can change your spine. Essential number 3, with nutrition, many times people just are not aware of what to do. So our hope here is to empower you to make those changes when it comes to yourself and your family. So with our process here, we take you through some specific classes, maybe consultations, seminars that help you and guide you through the nutritional changes. When it comes to exercise, a lot of times people say they don't have time. Max T3 is the principle we use, which is high intensity, short time exercises, which 12 minutes is about what you need to maximize your oxygen and functional potential. So we'll walk you through that. And essential 5 is toxicity. Neurotoxicity right now is rampant when it comes to chemicals that are not only in our foods, but chemicals that are in personal hygiene products that are affecting the way our neurology functions. So through these 5 essentials, we want to walk you to start maximizing your health and finding the answers to actually live that potential that God has for you. And through your faith and also action, your body will start maximizing itself so that it can heal from within. And that's our hope. So tonight we want to walk you through that and give you those answers. With what you're going to hear from the next testimonies is those people who didn't really feel that they had hope. Maybe they thought they couldn't be that mother or father because they were sick and they wanted to be there for their kids, but the reality that physical body was not allowing them to. So listen to these, be inspired to move, and again, do it all for Him. Thank you.
Well, how I got to know Dr. Rosie was actually through the radio station. Listened to her on the radio. I heard what she had to say, and I was intrigued by it. I listened to her for about 3 weeks before it was kind of, I believe it was kind of God tugging on my heart that I need to get some stuff right. I needed to get healthy, and I knew that, and I've known it for quite a while, and mainly for my grandkids. I knew that there are not many fat old people around, and I needed to get healthy because I want to spend some time with my grandkids. I got 7 grandkids, and they're my why, and that's why I said, okay, I can try this, so I made an appointment and called my wife. My wife about passed out because I don't make appointments and I don't do things like that, and so it was a God move, I think, that brought me here. I came for the assessment, and I started learning things at her office, at Dr. Rosie's office. I noticed, the videos being played, and I started learning about, when we're here doing, waiting, you see the information, you get information, and I think we have a lot of information, but I think we don't apply a lot of it. And I started learning about, what the things I should and shouldn't do. And so immediately I started changing how I eat, and started doing the smoothies before I even had my nutritional consult. And before I had my nutritional consult, I'd already dropped 10 pounds. And so just changing, just by adding the smoothies, just by doing that, and adding kale to them, and they taste good. I mean, it wasn't hard for me. I mean, I've had a problem. I'm 50 years old, and I've had a weight problem my entire life. Not that I've cured it, but I'm headed in the right direction.
Before I came to Dr. Rosie's, I had a lot of problems, not drastic, but they were bad enough where it made it really hard to live. I've been type 1 diabetic for over 45 years. I had high blood pressure, I had cholesterol problems, and I got to the point where I'd bend over and tie my shoe and I would be breathing heavy. And I wasn't sure that I wanted to make a change, just simply because you think of all the, I'm so tired, my back hurts so much, I really don't want to make this change right now. I couldn't do anything without my back just screaming in pain. And my wife started coming to Dr. Rosie, and I finally came to one of the presentations where you just saw film, and also one of the Saturdays where we do a juice fast. Basically it was the big one, to look at doing a juice fast where you're doing all veggies. And I had to come to that decision point, and it took me a while, but through Rhonda, who goes here, and through my wife, Rosie found out about me, and she contacted me. And Rosie called me once and asked me to schedule, and I said, I'll get back to you. And then she called again and said, okay, when are we going to schedule? And I think I put her off one more time, because I wasn't really at that decision point. I wasn't at, okay, I'm going to do this. But the third time she called, I made the appointment, and I was just on the edge, saying, I don't know. But then after I made the appointment, between that time and coming, I was fully on. I decided, okay, if this is going to work, I'm going to make this change. It still takes a little bit of work, but if you stay with the program, you're going to see a lot of results. I no longer am on a high blood pressure medication or the cholesterol medication, and as well, I take about a third of the insulin. As a type 1 diabetic, I was taking, at times beforehand, I was taking about maybe 2 cc's on a bad day. And now I take less than half a cc for the most part on a day, depending on what I know I'm going to be doing, the exercise. But I mean, in the back is like it's never been hurt before. It doesn't hurt when I do things. Well, very occasionally, maybe I'll do something where I'm bending over and doing a lot of working with that, where it'll have a little bit of twinge. But man, I can walk, I can run, I can play sports again. I got to the point where beforehand where I just reached over. When I was about 40, I reached over and I couldn't pick up a basketball anymore because it hurt so bad. And now I can pick it up with one hand, and I can do whatever I want to with it. And it's really amazing. You just have to come to that change point, and you can do it too.
We had a friend who told us about Dr. Rosie, and I kind of didn't listen a whole lot. And then I had my mother-in-law tell me about Maximized Living as well, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the second time I've heard about this. This is God trying to tell me I've got to listen and go do this. And so we came, and this is Christopher, and he has autism. He's on the spectrum, and mainly we came for him, just because we'd heard about the benefits of chiropractic health, and we got so much more with Dr. Rosie because she taught us about nutrition and exercise and just way of living. And so we've changed some of that, a good portion of that, but we've seen amazing benefits with Christopher. He is a lot more social. He's actually off of all the medications, and he's awesome.
I heard Dr. Rosie on the radio, and I thought, I'm going to call this lady. And so I did, and I came in, and it was a godsend, honestly. I was diagnosed with cancer, and her program just made more sense. And so I didn't do the chemo and the radiation. I came here and started the program, and I have lost almost 100 pounds. And within a month of the diet, I felt so much better. I had more energy, and it really wasn't about losing weight for me at first. It was just about getting healthy. It still is, but it kind of goes hand in hand as far as losing weight. You get healthier. I got off medications, my high blood pressure, two high blood pressure medications, and thyroid medication. And as those dropped away, I had more energy. I just felt better. And the diet really wasn't that hard for me, but I think I had a ulterior motive. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to live for my kids. So
my health was horrible. I had a lot of pains, back pains, hip pains. My health was not great. We just had a doctor, my physical, and a doctor put me on high blood pressure medication. It's the first time I ever had that, and I didn't like that. And I also was, I believe that was my 10 years of sleep apnea mark as well, where I was using a BiPAP machine to breathe at night, just to get sleep. I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, and I would stop breathing. So my overall health was horrible. I wasn't eating healthy as well, and I just was not in good shape. And since coming to Dr. Rosie's office, we've learned so much about nutrition, eating healthy, exercising. I even joined the gym before this, and that didn't work, and I didn't realize that, just the Max T3 workouts, those were really good. I mean, it wasn't that long of a workout, which was awesome. Because I don't like working out in the first place, but it does help out. But since coming to this office, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm in the 250 mark. Since coming here, I reached that goal already. My doctor wanted me to be in the 250 mark, and I've got that goal. I've just stopped taking high blood pressure medication because I just didn't want to do that, and I've been fine with that. one day I was in one of your seminars, and a gentleman was talking about how he was a snorer and how he had sleep apnea, and he decided not to use his mask, and he didn't snore and continued to breathe. And one of the things he said before he decided to do that, he would have dry mouth. Well, I was having dry mouth with using my BiPAP machine, and I told my wife Grace, I want you to monitor me tonight. I'm going to not use my BiPAP machine. And I was a little nervous. I didn't use it, and she says I didn't snore at all, and I was breathing. She had to wake me up several times because she wasn't sure if I was still alive, but I was, still here. But yeah, ever since that day, I've never used my machine again.
Some of the challenges that I had to overcome was I was stressed out, so I was smoking. I was addicted to the nicotine. I tried to stop. So I found within a week I had conquered that because I was in the environment of health and being supported, and I saw a way out. So I got off the cigarettes within like 10 days. And then the other challenge was being conscious about what you actually put in your mouth. I mean, there's so much processed sugar in everything that we eat. I was just amazed. We ate healthy, but the hidden sugars that we didn't know. I mean, everybody says salt is bad. No, sugar is deadly. And it really, for our family, was really damaging our health at a high rate of speed. And we had just turned 50. I thought, is this the way that life is going to be? It really was hopeless. So all of the changes, the challenges are worth it. In such a short amount of time, it's been 3 months. I've lost 15 pounds. I feel good. I'm gardening this spring. It's wonderful. I'm a new person. Everybody goes, Crystal's back.